The Solomon Project, where it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep, that counts. I'm your host, Richard Burns, and this one here is for trucking. I don't know what happened to my mic in my previous live near the end. Even before the end, it started glitching on me. I don't know what happened. Hopefully, it'll stay intact for this one. Oh, what? Let me do my thing right here, right quick. This is going to be an interesting one for truckers and non-truckers alike. But please bear with me while I work my magic, my magique. Okay. So it says, okay. My magique. There's nobody here to help me find out whether my audio is working well or not. So I just did that on my own. Let me do this in story form. Somewhat story form. If you're a truck driver and you've been driving over the road for a certain period of time, you'll be able to identify with the story. If you're just starting trucking, maybe you're still in school, maybe you just graduated from school, this story will help prepare you for things that could potentially come your way. Let me start this story by reminding everybody just how serious the DOT is about truck drivers driving fatigue. Understand that when an officer pulls you over, the officer has discretion. In other words, at that time that they pull you over, there's a guideline that they can work with. There's something in between. There's one end and another end that they can work in between, either at one end or the other, or in other words, they have choices. They have decisions that they can make. If by chance, depending on where the officer is, they consider that your driving is erratic somehow, they'll pull you over and they're going to have a conversation with you, and they're going to pay attention to your response, not just verbally, but physically as well. And we check it out. If they determine that something ain't right, they might ask you directly. You might answer directly also. Have you been drinking? No. Or yes. But no. Haven't been. Let me see a logbook. Check your log. Everything's okay with the log, but not okay with you. Are you tired? Or they might ask you some other questions, and this is where you got to be careful how you answer. You might voluntarily give him the answer he needs to have you step out the vehicle. When I start talking about, I noticed that you were like going side to side there for a hot minute. That statement right there, if you respond to that statement, you could put yourself in a bad situation. If you say you dropped something and you bent over to pick it up, you're not supposed to be doing that. That's a potential ticket right there. And you're admitting to it. Or you could say, listen, I was yawning and yawning. Yawning? Oh, you were yawning. Oh, so you're fatigued? Now, the officer can say, well, listen, let's do this. I want you to follow me. And if it's one of those states where they allow you to park on the shoulder of an off ramp or an on ramp, maybe they'll escort you to that on or off ramp. Or maybe they know a place where you can park. They'll escort you to that parking spot and tell you to shut down, get some sleep. That might be the best case scenario. Worst case scenario is wait right here. And they're taking so long, you look in your rearview mirror, but there's another officer there parking behind the one that pulled you over and a tow truck. You don't want to see that because the chances are they're putting the cuffs on you because driving fatigued is the equivalent of driving under the influence. So the cuffs go on, you go to the back seat. Well, if it's a trooper, it might be the front seat. But at that point, you're going in the cruiser and you're going to go get processed at the police station. And your truck is going to get towed. So there's going to be a towing fee and a fee for wherever that truck is parked. That's what could happen if you're driving tired. So now let's start with the story. You get to a shipper to pick up a load with 2 stops. It's a Thursday afternoon. It's 1,300 miles, and you got a delivery appointment for Monday morning at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's a good enough amount of time to make it with time to spare. You're picking up in a small town, the Sticks in Arkansas. Small town, you know. So you're picking up there. Huh. Is it Arkansas? Yeah, it's Arkansas. Picking up in Arkansas. Got to go to Phoenix, Arizona. It's your responsibility to plan your route. That's your responsibility. And you will hear that from an officer at a weigh station, or if you get pulled over, you will hear that. So if there's something going on with your logbook and you make the claim that you needed extra time to do whatever, they're going to tell you, they're going to remind you, listen, it's your responsibility to plan your route. What does that mean? Well, parking is a big deal. Some dispatchers are good with that, some are not. Most brokers that I've spoken to, they're not really hip to that, or they don't consider that. All they care about is that load getting from point A to point B intact and safely? Well, if it's intact, it's been done safely. So here's the deal. You're picking up the load and you're still a little tired. Not so tired that you'll be swerving on the road, but you're a little tired because your sleep pattern is off. It's way off. If you're doing refrigerated loads, there's a good chance that your sleeping pattern will be off. And that's what this is. It's a refrigerated load. You you pick up the load. The whole process takes about 2.5 hours. From the moment you arrive, check in with the guard, check it. No, 3 hours. The moment you arrive, check in. Remember, your clock is ticking. Clock on your electric log is ticking. So you get from the gate that when you're coming in to the gate when you're leaving, 3 hours. You happen to be low on time. You're fortunate enough to have enough hours to not enough hours, but you're fortunate enough to be done early enough so that you can get to the nearest truck stop and find parking. Find parking. Hey, the sip. Good afternoon. Yes, my day is well, sip. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming by, sip. Yeah, back. Okay, it's frozen. Back on. Yeah, early enough. You see, that's part of your trip planning. You got to consider whether or not along your drive, in coordination with your hours, because your drive hours might pop up. You're done with okay. You're done with the 3 hours. You're starting to feel fatigue. Remember, your sleep pattern is off. They're done. You're going to this truck stop. You need at least a nap. At least a nap. You're going to do uh, the split the split berth on your electronic log. That way you could take 2 or 3 hours off and you can get some rest. After you get your rest, you can after you get your rest, you can go ahead and continue to drive again. When you go back on duty, you might have 3 or 4 hours that you can use to drive. What time did you start your drive? Is it worth just taking a 2 or 3 hour nap? Or are you better off taking your full 10 hours and then starting? If you won't wake up 4 or 5 hours later, wide awake, remember your sleep pattern is off. What? No way. This can't be real. Is this double D? Double D and the sip? Oh man. Nah, y'all both gotta come in. So are you gonna do the 2 or 3 hour sleeper berth and then start driving? Because if you do, what time are you starting? Is that right, Double D? Is that right? Is it worth it? You took the 2 or 3 hours and you start driving. Maybe 3 hours later, you're fatigued again, but now it's 11 o'clock at night. Where are you going to find parking at 11 o'clock at night? It's not cut and dry. A dispatcher might think, I said a dispatcher might think it's cut and dry and an easy fix. The company owner might think it's an easy fix, and you get one of those irritating phone calls from the owner of the company asking, hey, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Because these aren't the type of things that they factor in because they're not drivers. They might have driven for a year locally or whatever the case, not locally, but they might have driven for a year and not encountered certain things long enough for them to understand. You got to find some place to park, and there are states where if they catch you on an on ramp or an off ramp, you'll get points on your license. They'll damage your CSA score. I spoke about the fact that you can get points given to your placed on your license and or your CSA score. They will both impact you when it comes to insurance. They will impact both the insurance and your company's insurance. Your insurance and the CSA won't impact your insurance, but it'll definitely impact the company's insurance. So the company's not going to be happy about that. Going back to this pickup, this load pickup. 3 hours later, you're pulling into a truck stop because it's early enough for you to find parking. Because you already know, if you drive, if you got 5 hours, 6 hours to drive hours left, you already know you're not going to be able to do all 5 or 6 hours. And even if you do, where are you going to park? All right. So where are you going to park is crucial. Driving while fatigue is also crucial. What do? Well, you know that this load is going to Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona has little to no parking. Not that there aren't places where you can park, it's just that they're always full. Day and night. So you could take that trip from Arkansas to Phoenix. You could take that trip out there. You can arrive 4 or 5 hours early. You got enough hours to do that, but when you arrive in Phoenix, you may have an hour left, 30 minutes left, 45 minutes left, and you got to find some place to park. You can't just park wherever you feel like it, and just because there's plenty of room to park, that doesn't mean that they're going to allow you there. I was at a plaza or a mall where there was plenty of parking for me, a truck, but it was a store that was vacated. Big old parking lot, no cars, because there's no business. Security comes and says, you can't park here. That's sad because 2 blocks away, there's a truck stop, and there's absolutely, not only is there no parking, but you got people that are creating their own parking inside that truck stop. To the point where some of the people that are parked in legitimate spots are going to have to knock on the truck driver's door to wake him up to have him move so they can get out of that spot because they won't be able to otherwise. So this parking thing is serious. This driving fatigue thing is serious. But you might find yourself in a conversation with the company owner, and they're clueless. They don't factor that stuff in. And you can forget about the brokers. So what happens? You're on your way. The queen is in the hand. Your GPS tells you the best route. The best route is from where you picked up. Thank you so much, Queen. See, that's really nice of the Queen. She's gonna hit the like, and then she'll catch the replay later. That's love, man. That's love. From the SIP showing up, Double D showing up. That's love. And I know plenty of people are gonna catch the replay and give me love. That thumbs up is love, y'all. It is love. I appreciate that. So your GPS is telling you the best route to go, the fastest and shortest possible route for a truck. Hey, y'all love it. Grand opening. Say what? Whoa, y'all. All bomb lady is moving up, y'all. I asked her a question. Oh no, I made a statement, and she oh well, look at that. It came out. It came out written, Queen. It's probably supposed to be emojis, but it came out written. Pretty wild, pretty crazy. I made a statement, and the all bomb lady admitted that, yeah, it wasn't what she thought it was. Owning and operating a small business. There's more to it than meets the eye. A lot of people don't know that. It's an incredible journey. So now the best and fastest route for your truck, because you can't expect to depend on Google Maps. Because Google Maps it's not for trucks. And they might send you down a road that you're not supposed to be on. And if you're on a road you're not supposed to be on, and those disco lights are behind you pulling you over, you could be getting a and juicy, fat and juicy ticket. Fat and juicy. Again, the cop might have discretion. It happened to me in California. They gave me a break, and that was with the truck GPS. But somebody else that I know that's a truck driver wasn't so fortunate in Texas. Wasn't so fortunate. I-40. You get to New Mexico, maybe 50 to 70 miles short of reaching Albuquerque. A storm hits. A storm hits, and you're literally parked on one of the lanes on the highway for 5 hours. For 5 hours. The clock is ticking. You got another, what, 400 miles to go or something like that? 400, 500 miles to go. The clock is ticking. You're running out of hours. 5 hours. You do not have, you don't have the leisure of going to your bunk and sleeping, because you don't know how long it's going to be before you start moving. So you're stuck there for 5 hours. AD!
Hey,
Oh, I got one question for you, man.
what you say
I got
now?
one question for you. Let me know when. I got a question for you. Let me know when you're ready for that question.
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you hyped?
I listen. I am. I just found the hat and put it on. I know it's not going together with what I got
Okay.
on, but I'm at the house.
No, no, no. It
I'm
says
at
stay
the
hyped. I just
house.
wanted to know if you were hyped, because if you're hyped, yeah, I would say stay hyped.
I am. I am. I just had my cup of coffee.
Ooh, so you ready?
I'm ready.
So I got a question for you. Um, if you're stuck on the highway because of a storm for 5 hours and the clock is ticking, what do you do? You're exhausted. You're
Pull.
literally no, you can't pull up. You can't pull up. You can't move. It's
I was
you
going.
and everybody and their mother. Both lanes are occupied for miles. It's shut down.
I was just gonna say, pull over till the storm is over and lock the
You
doors.
can't. You can't.
Well, that. Well,
You can't move.
well, damn. Well,
Yeah.
darn. I
Yeah.
mean,
Exactly.
that
Exactly.
that,
Well, damn.
that that's some tough shit.
Well, that's what truck drivers go through sometimes. That's what happens. You try to take a nap. That's right. Oh, bomb lady, you try to take it, but you're slumped over the wheel. You're slumped over the wheel. You're already tired. You're slumped over the wheel. Listen, you're driving and you have no idea what's going on that
Oh
far
God.
ahead. What happened, G? What happened?
Okay, there I am.
Yeah, you were gone there for a second. You got no place to go.
Stop.
Remember, your delivery has to be in Phoenix at 1 a.m. And like I said, finding parking in Phoenix is extremely difficult. But you can't just show up and you got a clock. The clock, look, the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. And you're on. So that's not the worst part of it, because time is almost up. You pull up in a legitimate parking spot where the cops won't mess with you, and then you start driving all over again. Now that time that you had, that extra time that you had, is no more. Now you have just enough time to make it to your destination, but you make it 4 minutes late, and the people that are supposed to receive that load, 4 minutes late, 4 minutes late, you got to do a rescheduling. We're not going to take the load. And you got another load in there. We're not going to take your load. So the first stop ain't accepting it. You got to reschedule. They reschedule it for 2 days later. While you're being rejected at 1:10 in the morning. Where are you going to park? There's no place to park. Now what do? You're going to have to figure
Mm.
something out.
Yeah,
And then the next
that's
day, you don't. That's crazy, right? The next day, they don't reschedule you for the next day. Every day that passes, that's money you don't make.
ooh,
So now you
that's
don't get a reschedule. You don't get rescheduled the next day. No, you get
yeah, that's
rescheduled the
sad.
day after. Yeah, you
Yeah,
arrive Monday morning, 1 a.m. No place to park after they say, and you explain to them, listen, I got stuck in a storm. This, that, and the third. Whatever. They don't care. You go
I do
and you.
realize if you are a truck driver, which I know that you is, y'all got to go through a lot of stuff. I couldn't do it.
Yes, we do. We go through a lot.
I couldn't go. Listen, I respect. Hats off to all the drivers that have to go through. They have to go through all these trials and tribulations. But honestly, I take my hat off to y'all because y'all got to go through a whole lot. Like the peoples in the military and army, which I'm not going anytime soon. But I take my hats off to y'all because y'all have to do a whole lot.
Listen, more so than people know. Now with YouTube, people are starting to see some of the stuff that's going on.
Hmm.
Now people are starting to see what's going on. But other than that, people are clueless. And then check this out. You got the you gotta pay a rescheduling fee.
Oh shit!
A redelivery fee.
So you telling me for they to have their stuff to get redelivered, they have to come out their pocket?
The company's coming out their pocket.
That's all they want. Money, money, money. What that 970? That's close to $1,000. 1K.
Rescheduling fee. Yep, redelivery
Oh,
fee.
ain't no way.
Redelivery fee. That's the redelivery fee. 4 minutes. And not all companies do that. Most companies have a grace period. Most companies will have Walmart does not have a grace period. You got a 2 hour window. You can arrive up to 2 hours early. If you arrive earlier than that, you're gonna get hit with a rescheduling fee.
Wow.
But this, I'm gonna put them out there. I'm gonna put them on Front Street. This is Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's.
Let me take this hat off.
Oh, look at you with your cute self. With your
No, I
cute
look.
self.
It's-
Wow, you're so cute. You froze. Look at that.
No, I did not. Don't even. No,
You froze for a hot
I
second.
look a hot. I was not. Listen, this was not playing. This was this was not playing. But I said, let me come on here and show a little support. This was
By the
not
way, I like
playing.
that
I
color shirt.
promise. It's
I like that
faded.
color
I
shirt.
put
The
bleach.
aqua.
I put. I accidentally put bleach on it when I was cleaning up. So hey, I'm at the
Yeah, I
house.
when I was bathing, I accidentally instead of grabbing the soap, I grabbed the bleach, and now my hairs are all gray now from the bleach.
I ain't no bleach to do that though. No. But this was spare of the moment. I said, you know what? Before I do some content later, I said, let me come in here and show a little support since I didn't come to your last one. And I said I was. It was early in the morning and I was still in the bed. But I did show up to the ending of your
That was
Sunday's
exciting when you
live.
after you showed up. That's when it started popping off. Yeah, it started popping off when you arrived. What? It got crazy. Hey, everybody was laughing.
Was they
Everybody was going
really?
crazy. Everybody was kung fu fighting, laughing, going crazy. I had to uh re what is it? Re republish that live because I had to take out the clips where we were showing the clips of the movies because
Wait,
I
wait,
got a
you
copyright on that.
wait a minute, wait. So you got copyrighted?
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, what happened again?
But it wasn't your fault. Remember those clips I was showing, like from Booty Call and um
Yeah.
Nacho Libre?
Yeah. Speaking speaking of that, I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry for interrupting you. Speaking of
No,
that,
no, you're not interrupting. You're fine.
um, the content that I posted yesterday of the WrestleMania yeah,
Did you get copyright for that?
how I have to go I have to trim some of the the clips out because because of that. But I didn't have the sound on. I thought if I
I didn't have the sound on either. Remember?
yeah, you didn't have the sound on, and they gave me a cut, but it didn't affect my channel. But they said that my video was blocked, and I couldn't have those clips. So what I had to do, I had to trim those clips out of my video, and I'm like, damn, this part of my work, and I don't want, and I like to show my receipts, and I'm like, damn, how am I do this? I said, you know what, next,
I'm sorry.
um,
I'm sorry.
okay,
1 second.
okay.
Hello. Yeah. Las 7. Perfecto. ¿Qué hago eh, con el sello? ¿Lo rompo yo? Vale. Ya mismo, pronto. Gracias. Ok. Chao. Uh-oh. You caught me there. You caught me there, D.
What happened?
You understood everything I said, right? Yeah, you did.
I didn't, but I was just following along, like like I thought I did.
That was the warehouse calling me. They said, yo, who you talking to on the phone? I said, Double D.
You spoke Spanish, then I'm like, oh, he talking to a family member or somebody, cause
That's the warehouse where I'm at. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. They got tons of Spanish speaking people out here.
oh, but
They
what
all
happened? But what happened? I had to go and trim a lot of my videos out, and it made my video. It's still a good amount of time, but I had to trim them out because they said it was copyright. I'm like, well, you know what? Next time when I do a topic on wrestling, I'm just gonna show the pictures. Okay, I'm just gonna show pictures on the highlights because I don't have time to keep trimming and getting this out of there, getting this out of there. I don't be knowing. I be thinking when the sound is mute, I be thinking that it's all good, but apparently
well, that's
not.
what I thought. That's what I thought. But when I posted the video, oh well, it gets posted automatically when you use Streamlabs. Not really. I know that there's a I know that there's a feature or there's a way of oh yeah, there is. It doesn't have to post right away. You can select unlisted. I don't put private because if you put private, absolutely nobody will know that video exists, just you. But
But what does unlisted does, if I may ask? What does
unlisted gives you the opportunity to share the video um, through the link of the video.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I like will you still get a copyright strike from that? Like if you have
No,
any.
no, no. If it's unlisted or private, you're not going to get a copyright because it's not being published for everybody to see. If you publish it for
Oh,
everybody to see, you're going to have problems. That's when they're either going to put that little triangle with the warning sign.
oh, I got plenty of those.
Well, they hit me with the straight up word copyright on that sucker.
Listen,
So I
I
I
done
made it
got so,
unlisted, and I did my little cutting myself. Okay, did my little cutting, and then I republished it without those clips.
yeah. Yeah, that's what I probably have to start doing if I do anything like that. I got so many copyrights. I'm surprised I ain't got no warrants yet because I done
Well,
had
for
so
this
many.
for this live for this live because I'm not presenting anything, I think I'm good to go.
That you know what I believe. You know what I believe. I'm not. I ain't trying to change the subject. I know you was. We were talking about trucking,
No, 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 we're good. I,
but
I, I got I got whatever I needed to get out.
you know what I believe though. I believe when you don't show pictures or anything or clips or anything, you good. That's what they don't. That's what they be wanting. They don't be wanting you to show any futures or anything. They just be wanting you to put the hashtags and you to be talking. But I think for us as content creators, I think we have a right to post pictures of what we are talking about and what is related to it, just as long as it's not copyright. But
Well, a lot of times when you show video, it gives you more credibility because it backs up what you're saying with whatever source you got your information from, right?
yeah. But I think you still get a little bit of flack, or you get a little bit of pass. I really don't know. But
I'm not sure either.
I'm not sure. I'm like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna post pictures for now on. I ain't gonna post no videos or nothing, cause I ain't got time to get copyright. All I want to do is show wrestling. Show what I like to do. I know a bunch of
Right.
people ain't into
Show man
wrestling
and
like I am, but
well, I'm getting back into it because they're all wearing tights, so that's kind of exciting. You know,
look, I watched it last night. I watched it last night. It was very amazing.
you liked it.
I did.
Well, I know. Well, I'll just say this. I don't want to burst anybody's bubble. You have to be very athletic to participate in pro wrestling.
You do. You have to be very athletic. You got to have all those critiques when it comes of being a wrestler.
Yeah.
And you know something else? When you are in the ring and when you are taking them bumps on the floor and stuff on the mat, whatever move is done to you, you got to sell it. You got to sell those moves. Like if somebody do a DDT or suplex on you, you
Yeah.
got to sell it. Because if you don't sell it, you ain't you ain't getting paid, or better yet, you gonna get in trouble, because a lot of people's have to go back and redo their matches because they didn't sell. You gotta sell it. Like if you get hit with a chair, you gotta make it look affectable, like it's affecting you pretty much, if I'm saying it correctly.
Yeah. 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 Absolutely. And those falls are no joke.
Oh, they ain't.
You got you got to know how to take falls.
And they can say wrestling fake. Well, listen,
The
if
falls aren't
wrestling,
fake. I can tell you that much. That much I can tell you. The
a lot of people
falls are not fake.
a lot of people a lot of people say wrestling is fake. Well, if wrestling fake, explain those moves, explain those injuries, explain ACLs and MCLs getting toe up in your knee.
And elemental P's too.
Yes. Wait a minute, is you moving?
I'm moving right now.
Oh wait, well I'll let you
No,
go
no, no.
back
You're
and
good.
continue.
You're good. No, no, no. You're fine. I'm just setting up to back up in the door. That's all. You're good.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. I'll probably be on. Well, I'll probably be on here till 1:30, probably, or however long you'll be on. But I'll probably stay on to 1:30.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
But
I like it. You know what? I'm gonna go take care of something. Take over. It's only gonna take me like a minute and a half. Go ahead and run the show while I'm gone. I'll be back.
okay, okay,
I can still hear you though.
okay. Just making sure. Okay.
Do your thing. It
I like.
it's the
Like
it's the Solomon Project Double D show.
what the Solomon Project said, y'all. This is the Solomon Project show. Let me look at these comments.
Facts. Facts.
Okay. Trying to see if there's any comments. Ain't no comments, so we good. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I was not planning on coming on, but I just want to show my little support. I'm sitting
Let's get it.
outside. I don't know what he said, but I hope y'all are doing good. If y'all haven't, y'all should really follow the Solomon Project's channel and follow All Bum Ladies channel too because she is extraordinary. If you like cream, like if you like skin relaxers and creams that go on your body and relieves pain, please follow All Bum Lady. Please follow her channel because
Yeah, put that cream on.
she provides wonderful content, and she also be filming about events that she be having as well, and they are truly amazing. So if you haven't, please give her a follow. It's a lot of people's that I could tell you to follow, but I can tell you the Solomon Project and Album Lady and many, many more. And the group that I'm in is truly amazing, even though I'm not in it. Well, I'm in it, but I'm not in it this week or this term because I have a lot going on. But I'm just happy to be here to support because I can really use the laughter. I can really use um this great moment, peace of mind. I was watching Days of Our Lives on Peacock. So I said, you know what, it's about to go off anyway. But I will be coming out with some content later today or later tonight. But I hope y'all are doing good. The Solomon Project went somewhere. I don't know where he went though. Let me check. Oh, he gone. He no way he's not gonna leave me on his channel. This is his channel. But I'll stay on like it's mine. You know, okay. I'm just making sure. But I'm still here till he come back. I know my hair look hot during cut, but I'm gonna get one eventually. I'm still here. I woke up like around 8 something this morning, half dead, still sleepy, but oof, this sun tearing me up. If it gets too warm out here, I have to go back in the house in my room. But I hope y'all are doing good. Took my medicine. I gotta find me something to eat too. Trying to think of something that is not boring. But do y'all have y'all started y'all's gardens and stuff for the spring and summer? Have y'all started planting y'all flowers and watermelons and tomatoes and cucumbers and lettuces and oranges, apples, for the peoples that like gardens that are planning on planting gardens? Have y'all start um mowing y'all's yard because this is about the time of the year when the grass starts getting high and stuff and you got to keep it cut to keep snakes from coming in. Oh yeah. Oh, he almost to an hour. Trying to hold up till he come back.
I'm back, y'alls.
There you is. There you is. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on.
I'm right here.
You got comments. Hold on. Sounds good.
I'm right here, y'all. So I didn't even realize it, but my laptop was overheating. That's
It
why it
was
disappeared.
overheating.
Yeah, it was overheating.
My phone, like I was on my live Friday and I had to go in the house and finish it because my phone had got hot and it was telling me that my phone has got hot to the point where it had closed it down and I had to put it in front of the fan to let it cool down a little bit.
Yeah, my laptop was saying it's hot in here. It's getting hot in here. You know what I had to do after that, right?
I already know.
I I had to take off all my clothes, man. Yeah,
I I tell you.
I had to take all my clothes off so I can cool off the laptop. What you
Oh
think
yeah,
about that? Double D. Shit. I know. I'm thinking.
but
Shoot.
I tried keeping your show up afloat till you got back.
You
I ain't want to
did.
take over.
You did a good job, man. You did a good job. You didn't take off all your clothes, but you did a good job.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna do all that. Doing that in public on screen, that's a big old no no.
No, you ain't down with that.
I'm not down with it. Not in the public. No. Probably when I'm
That's what
laying down with the fan on high, that's different. But not in public where the whole world can see.
with the fan on, huh?
Yeah, I went to bed. The thing is, I went to bed early last night after I watched it. Two videos of In the Heat in the Color podcast. After I watched it, two of their videos, which was an amazing videos, by the way, they had some really great topics. After I watched their
Heating,
videos, I got comfortable and I laid down.
heating color
I
is
laid down.
bringing in the current events.
They really is. They bringing it. Yeah, they are. They are doing an amazing and extravagant job. And I want to
I like
thank
that it.
y'all. And I want to thank y'all for that little dedication video. I'm gonna call it a dedication video that y'all made. It was a short, and I did not know I was getting tagged in it. And you had the shirt and the hat. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so wholesome. Like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, it was so magical. And I had to give my thanks back to y'all because I like to give my thanks back to a lot of people's, but it gets complicated sometimes, you know. But I was
It
so
does.
appreciative of that.
It does.
Like
But
it was amazing. I'm like, wait a minute, they done collabed again. I'm like, let me go on and get my shit together. Cause
we
I wanna
collab,
be,
baby.
yeah, y'all be collabing. I ain't collab with nobody, but I ain't giving up though. I'm not giving up.
Y'all,
That means I'm gonna have to
y'all didn't
work a
get to
little.
see the baby though. Y'all didn't get to see the baby. You saw the two other ones, but you didn't see the baby. They didn't. Did you?
The
No.
babies, what babies?
You didn't see my kids in the collab. No, you didn't get to see that.
Oh
No, that
yeah,
was
I think I
yeah.
did. I believe I did. I did. I believe I did see
I
two
don't
little
remember.
kids. Those was your. That
Yeah, it
was
was
your
my kids.
kids.
Yeah.
Oh, the ones you had at the park that time. Cause you remember you did a video and you had your headphones on and y'all was in some type of park. Cause that's when I think I told you about in order for you to get if you want to get more followers, you got to use hashtags in the next
Oh yeah.
video that
Yep.
in the next video you did, you started using hashtags. That's just some advice that I really wanted to
I've been
give
using it
you. And
more often. You have you noticed that?
I have. I've been noticing a lot. And I'm like, okay, go on, Mr. Burns, go on, Mr. Solomon Project, go on, Mr. You got so many names, but I ain't finna get into all that. But I've said, look at him using them hashtags. He better go on with his bad self. Like, that's what I like. I love giving people's advice and I love supporting people's and I love to help people's any way that I can, even though it might not be in the helpful way. I just like to help people's the best I can, give them that recognition and let them get they stardom and they shine. Because one thing about me, I am not a funny person. I'm not a bitter person or jealous person because I don't have that in me. But I love to see other people's make it. If I can't, let others that's close to me make it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And I think that's the most powerful thing. That's the most powerful thing. And sweat getting in my eye right now. And eye drop, I put eye drop in my eye because I got glaucoma. And when sweat get in my eye and those eye drops get in my eyes get to burning. And that ain't no good feeling.
Glaucoma, really?
Glaucoma. I got glaucoma.
That's that's a tough one.
It is. I got glaucoma and I was born with cerebral palsy, a disability. So, you know, I'm just happy that I'm still here on this earth. Because, I've been through a lot. And when you go through experiences like that, it be like, wow, it's good to just breathe and to go and cherish the moments that you have and that you can finally do.
I wonder, do you notice when people don't appreciate certain things about life when they have more than what you have?
You know what? It's like it's like this goes for anybody. It's like when somebody has achieved a lot and they start showing things that done happened to them, when they give you good news and stuff, and the
Yeah.
person that is telling them about their good news and their achievement and what they going on, say they going on the interview stuff, so they're going to collab with this person, or they're going to collab with that person. The person, that's listening to the person that has been achieving and is getting more than they have. Then you got that other person, and you got these other peoples that like, oh, they doing all that. Oh, that ain't nothing. I can do it too. Well, if you can do it too, why don't you do it and stop hating? Do it. We can all
That
get the same thing if you
that
put
darn haterade they're drinking.
it is. It's that shade juice. It's that bitter juice. It's that, oh,
That
because they
shade,
got it, I can get it too. Well, get it and stop hating. Stop complaining and get it.
get it, get all of it.
Because we
Rub it on your
all, we
skin like lotion.
exactly like we all can get the same thing if we stop hating on the next person. If we stop hating on the next person and learn to congratulate people's and appreciate that they are doing what they wanted to do, it'll be much better. But you always gonna have a person that's gonna be hating on the next person because then one person got more than they have. Like that other person can have more than the person got as well. They can get it together and come together and work together. But a lot of them
I,
don't want to do
I'll
that.
never, I'll
It's
never,
like
I'll never understand that.
I would never understand. It's like people want to be in competition with each other, and I just don't understand when you're trying to get the same thing.
The bag is big enough; you can share it.
Exactly. That's what I'm willing to do. Like I'm not in competition with nobody. I'm not, and I'm not finna be in competition with nobody. I'm like, hey, and if somebody tell me, DJ, look, I got this, I got that. Look, I'm like, congratulations. I'm very happy for you. I knew you can do it. That's what I do, and that's what I say. I'm not a hater. I'm too old to be hating. I'm too old to be bitter, cause it ain't even worth it. Life
That's
is
it.
too short for that.
I think so too. And this whole business about competition, I, because I was in the martial arts for so long, and I competed and but I also actually use it in real fights. And there's something that I learned along the way with regards to uh, the use of being so competitive. It I'm trying to phrase it. I'm trying to phrase it to the best way I can. I want to make sure that the way I phrase it is I'm not going to say that I'm against competition, but
Hmm.
if you have to compete, I think the best person to compete with is yourself.
Exactly, and don't compete against other people's
No, it's
because
not necessary for you to grow. It's not necessary.
it isn't. And I really feel like when you are competing against another person, it's like trying to prove that you are better than this person, than that person. And basically, you basically just proving that if you are in competition with somebody else, basically you just proving like, well, I'm in competition with this person. I know I'm better than this person. Like the thing is, it's better to be in competition with yourself, cause that way you ain't gotta worry about all this
See,
extra stuff. Like it's
see
basically a
the way you just said it, the way you just said it was better than the way that I said it because you have to put somebody else down or you got to
to,
put somebody beneath you.
to make yourself feel up
Yeah,
and make themselves feel better, like they the winner. And this the thing though. I'm gonna go on and say this because wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. I gotta. Yeah, and it's like I'm gonna tell you this though. I'm gonna tell you
hmm,
this though, Mr. Burns, if I may.
absolutely.
It does not matter how good of a fighter you are. It does not matter how good of a fighter you are. It does not matter if you train with one of the biggest peoples in the world. That does not matter. What's in your heart, in your actions, in your mind. That's what really matters. It don't matter how many moves you got. It don't matter how many suplexes, submission moves you can do. It does not matter how gifted that you are. But a lot of people's like to take that to heart. Like they feel like, oh, I beat him in this competition. I beat her in this competition. I know I'm gonna demolish them in this competition because I'm better than them. Basically, when somebody keep bragging and say, I'm better than you, I'm better than you, I'm gonna win this competition, they basically just being cocky. And I can't stand cocky peoples that think just because they are trained real good, no tea, no shade. I'm not meaning this towards you or anybody. I'm just saying for an example. No, I don't mean it towards you. I'm not talking about you. I'm
No,
just
no.
saying, I'm just saying, I'm just saying in general, and an example. I can't stand cocky peoples that feel like just because they won many matches, many competitions, many races, many whatever it is you want to call it, they think that they can win every one. But that's not the truth. If you want to be in competition with somebody, you come out better being in competition with yourself. That way you're giving yourself a test. If you can beat yourself in a competition, that basically proves that you can do anything you set your mind to, because sometimes you have to compete with yourself before many others, because competing with other people sometimes that's not enough. Sometimes you got to compete with yourself too to figure out what you are about and what you can handle and what you can't, pretty much, if I'm saying it correctly.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. Sometimes you got to beat yourself off. You know what I mean? I mean, beat yourself at your own competition. You
Oh my god.
know?
Oh, I caught that. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear that. I'm gonna pretend like I
Yo!
didn't hear that.
Oh man, that just yeah. I don't know
Blooper.
what happened there. That was a
Hey,
blooper.
this is a blooper on the Solomon Projects Live. Blooper.
Blooper. Blooper
Believe
alert.
it. believe it or not, every time when I come on one of your lives, I don't
Mhm.
actually. Sometimes I could go back. Sometimes I do go back and watch. Go back and watch some of the moments. That we all have with with your lives and stuff. Because sometimes I know that's what I need to do. I need to start going back and rewatching some of my videos that I actually do. Because believe it or not, Mr. Burns, everybody, I don't go back and watch my work. I never do it. I
Ooh,
I never go back and watch my work ever, ever.
my wife
I
says I'm
never
a
go back and watch
narcissist.
my work. I know who said you're a narcissist.
My wife, because I'm always looking over my whatever I create, whatever content I create. I always go over it. She always catches me going over it, and I try to explain to her, it's not it's not because uh, I find myself so interesting and so beautiful and so masculine. It's not because of that.
Yeah,
It's just because I wanna see how I'm developing when creating
and
content. I want to see, I think you know.
yeah, and you know what? I'm not gonna say that I don't do it, but the thing is, I go back and watch. So I will say this: I have actually sat in my room and actually went back and watched some of my videos of how much I overcame, how much I overcame, how much my channel has changed, how I done my editing, how I done my communication skills. I
Right,
actually go back. I actually go back and watch some of my most memorable videos. Like I actually got favorite videos that I like to watch of myself. I actually go back and watch the videos that got the most views on it. I be like, how did I get all these views
right,
on this video? Not, yeah, not trying to be, I ain't trying to toot my own horn.
right. It's
I've
not. It's not
never,
because I think I'm. It's not because I think I'm hot and sexy. That's not why I do it.
I didn't say, I did not say that. Listen, I did not say that. But, but, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually do. Sometimes I will admit. Sometimes I go back and rewatch some of my videos that I enjoy doing. Like I enjoy doing all my videos, but I don't know what it is, but I go back and watch some of my videos. I might just skip through it and glaze through it. That's pretty much. But sometimes I believe it is good to go and check out and see. Oh, I did this. I shouldn't have done that. I need to do this on this next one. I need to improve this. I need to improve that. And each video that I've done, each and every time, I believe I bring something different to the table each and every time when I do my content. Like, I used to be nervous and shy, but now I'm
Really.
not.
You know what?
I
You know
did.
who I notice has been changing also. Besides you, Hook It
What
Up
happened?
Homestead. Hook It Up Homestead.
Yes, I've been watching some of her, videos. I know I'm behind, but hers that I watched is when she was planting, I think it was some tomatoes. She was planting some in her garden. I don't know what it was, but I really enjoyed it. It was, she was planting some in her garden and it was very amazing. I really enjoyed it. But Hook It Up Homestead, she is one of the greatest. I love her energy and everything.
She's getting a lot more comfortable behind the camera and making her presentations.
She
Just like
is,
you,
and I'll
just
be.
like you. You've been a lot more open now.
I have versus then when I first met all of y'all. When I first met all of y'all, I was like this person that I wasn't putting out nothing. I used to wouldn't put out too much of anything, but when I got comfortable with y'all, it's like I started unloading. And some things that I did content on and topics on, a lot of y'all could have been like, we ain't finna watch that, we ain't finna listen to that. Y'all in it, a lot of people could have done that, but y'all didn't. Y'all didn't turn away. Y'all stayed and y'all
No, there's no turning
watched.
away from you, man.
Thank you, but but I'm not all of that in a bag of chips. I'm not. I'm just
What? You're not Doritos?
well, maybe the Cool Ranch kind, cause I like I like the blue bag Doritos in the purple bag. Those are the only Doritos that I eat. It's the Cool Ranch Doritos in the purple bag with the chili, the sweet chili kind. I don't like the
Oh, you like?
red Doritos. I do not like those. I do not like the nacho cheese Doritos. Y'all might cancel me, but I don't like those.
Ooh.
But now that I'm 30 years old, I'm 30 years old.
How does it
I
feel to be
don't,
30?
child.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
telling you, it's an
yeah,
ass
yeah.
kicker at time. My knees be locking up, my feet be
Oh yeah.
popping. I gotta rub my legs down and bite down on my
Oh yeah.
calves.
You need to reach out to the all bomb lady for sure.
Yeah, I do. And I like to be in the bed right at 8, 9 o'clock. Have my cups of coffee at night. Have me a good old fudge brownie cake and with my
Oh, stop it,
coffee.
fudge brownie cake. Oh
Yeah,
Lord have mercy.
it's them circle cakes that little Debbie, well, aka Big Deborah,
Nah,
um, has
nah. You got to
been.
give me your address, man. Nah, I gotta get some.
No, 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 no.
Give me that. Give me that.
Behave. All you need to do
Okay.
is go to your low. All you need to do is go to your. Well, I know you probably not eating no cakes or nothing because actually I've been wanting to tell you this. I've been, I've been looking at a lot of your videos. And I have been seeing a lot of improvement. I've been seeing some change in you. It's like I can see your, I know, no tea, no shade. I can see your neckline. I can see your face drawing in. I'm saying, oh, the Solomon Project working out or doing something.
You see my
Whatever,
butt
whatever
cheeks?
your. No, I have
I'm doing
not.
squats. Doing squats. Doing squats,
Wow, what a
y'all.
coincidence. I recently just started doing mines last week. I had took a long break.
I'm doing squats, and now my booty hole's brown. Yeah.
Okay, you need to stop listening to Sexy Red, apparently. Hold up, wait a
Sexy
minute.
red. That's my girl.
You got oh, okay, never mind. Oh, you still
I
like
got the.
Sexy Red.
It's my girl, man. Life ain't
Like,
life, and if sexy red ain't around,
well, I
sexy
love that for
red.
you, okay? I
You
love that
know,
for you.
I thought that song. I thought she was the one that did that song. That song is old.
That song from back in the 70s, and I actually listened to
Yeah.
that song from back in the 70s. Mr. Burns, when I tell you, when I
It's
heard
just as
them ladies,
dirty.
when I heard them women saying that, this how my mouth flew open. This how my mouth flew open. My mouth was like, I was paused. I was like,
In the
you know what I
70s. Yeah.
said? You think
What'd
that's
you say?
something?
I
Listen to
remember the one
well,
you
I think
did.
about Lucille Bowman.
Yeah. Woo!
I,
That woman. Lord have mercy.
look, when I tell you, Mr. Byrne,
Yeah.
this woman, Lucille Bogan, this was back in the 1930s. When I heard
And
that
she was
song and that
ready.
woman was talking like that, I'm like, you know what I said? I
I ain't-
said, you know what? I said Lucia Bogan walked. So people's like Cupcake, Meg Thee Stallion, Sexy Red, Gorilla, Kaya, and many more. uh legendary artists can run. Because and you know what? And our great grandparents, and our great grandparents, well, mine's is gone. Well, my our great grandparents and our grandparents be like, child, y'all music something else these days. And I was like, wait a minute. So y'all ain't finna sit here and tell me like y'all was so
Yeah,
innocent y'all selves
yeah. Don't even
walking
try to
around
tell
with
us that.
13, 14 kids, pop lopping and dropping it at the damn juke joint in a damn
Like it's hot.
1930,
Like it's hot.
like it's hot in the 30s and 40s. And you know it was hot and sweaty in there. And you know they ain't have no air, no fan.
Wasn't no fan. Wasn't no air conditioning.
Still pop lopping and dropping in them juke joints in the 1930s and 40s. And gonna say, ooh, we child, y'all music something else. Well, guess what, great grandma and grandpa, y'all the one that made it a trend having all these
Okay,
13, 14 kids.
they was on
And then
freak mode.
and now they want to turn their life around to be in the church. And they be like, yeah, baby, I
Right.
used to have it going on. I used to be out there. I bet you
And they
did.
were and they wasn't shaving either. How you like that?
They didn't have no electric razors back then. So they had to deal with the bushes
They was all up in them bushes.
in the forest too. But oh, shut up, DeAndre.
Oh Lord have mercy. Well,
Shut
at
up,
least
DeAndre.
you can floss after you eat. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Now I'm here to take over your show like this because this is supposed to be about trucking and
And finances.
financing, and I done turned your show into something else.
We turned it out. We turned it out.
So did. I was glad to be a part of it. Like I said, it was spare the moment. I didn't know I was coming on here. But you know what? I was watching Days of Our Lives and I seen it when he know nothing. So I said, you know what? Let me get on the Solomon Projects Live and come
Come
on here
on
and see what he's
in.
up to.
Yeah, there's a draft. Shut the door and come on in.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I done got hungry. See, I took my medicine and I need to eat. I took my medicine. I put my eye drop in, but I'm gonna fix me something after a while though.
Yeah, I don't take my meds. I don't know if
Maybe
you can
that
tell,
that
but I don't take my meds.
that explains a lot.
Yeah, it does, huh?
That explains a lot.
That explains everything. What?
Listen, listen. If ain't nobody like you is, Mr. Burns, with the wonderful energy and vibes that you have, your comedic energy, your comedian vibes. You have great energy, great vibes. Your heart is big and
I'll tell you
wonderful,
what else is
positive.
big.
Don't even. I know what you are getting at.
My head is big.
Oh, your head. Okay. Okay. That's an acceptable answer. 'Cause I'm finna say you
Okay.
don't have to. You don't have to tell what else is big
See,
because
I
I'm
had
pretty.
said this before. I'm gonna say it again. My son said that my head was so big that I have to wear button-down tank tops.
My good gracious!
Ah, ah.
Wow.
What?
Wow. I had no idea.
Your head got to be big to have to wear button-down tank tops. Okay? Because if you can't fit your head through that hole, Lord have
Mm-mm,
mercy.
mm-mm.
He said I can't go get a haircut at a barber shop. I gotta go get someone with a lawnmower.
Didn't your nephew cut your hair the other time?
Yeah, he did.
That's your nephew
My sister's side.
on your mama's side and your daddy's side.
No, that's my sister's son.
Oh, that's your sister. Oh, okay, okay. I figured that. I
Yeah,
figured that.
it's my sister's son. I got a nephew and a niece that are only 4 years younger than me.
For real?
Yeah,
Oh, good gracious.
we
Well,
got a. I have an enormous. Let me tell you something. I met not my not aunts. great aunts. I met great aunts that were younger than my mother.
What?
Yeah, my mother's grandfather or my mother's great grandfather on her mother's side had 52 kids with three different women.
Oof.
His second wife went and got him his third wife, and he
Wow.
just kept on having kids. My great uncle, I met my great uncle when he was 93, I think, and his daughter was like 27 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Fatima. She's like
Ooh,
27
Lord
years
have
old, and her
mercy.
father was 93.
One
That
thing I
same great
will.
grandfather that had the 52 kids, he had his last
Hmm.
three daughters when he was 93, 94, and 95 years old.
Dang, when he started, forgive me for what I'm about to say.
Say it.
When he when he stood up in it, he stood up in it and didn't sit down.
Nope.
'Cause good Lord, he must were fertile.
Oh, men are fertile their whole entire life. Men don't stop producing sperm until they die.
Child, I believe it, cause child.
Yeah, that's it's different. Women have a set number of eggs, but men produce sperm all their life.
Mm, I
Yeah.
tell you,
Men be out
mm,
there dropping it like it's hot.
a lot of times.
Yeah. I mean, my mother had me when she was 40 and my dad was in his 50s.
Mm, I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, I was the first born on my mama's. I was the first and only born on my mama's side, and in my daddy's side, I was his firstborn. And then after me, he had some other kids by his wife. Had two kids by his wife. Then had another child by another woman. She passed away. Now he's a grandpa. Not me,
Dude, I'm
cause I ain't
about
got
I'm
no
about to
kids. He
be
a grand.
I'm about to be 60 and I got a 3-year-old. How you like me now?
You was a bad man in a
I got a
good
I got
way.
a three I got a 3-year-old, a 7-year-old, an 11-year-old, 16, 17, and 29.
Wow. Listen, listen. At least you have so much love going around you. You got generations going around you. So hey, that's a good
I
thing.
spread love. I spread love.
You spreading love and you spreading generations.
That's why they call me Butter.
For, for sure, for sure.
Butter. Spreading love. Butter.
Is you on break or
Now
is
I'm
you
getting
on
unloaded.
unload? What you got to unload?
You remember what I had? Let's see. I got another delivery. This one was got for the next stop. I got turkey breast, chicken breast, and everybody's favorite hard salami. Yeah, everybody loves that hard
Ugh.
salami. Love it.
Where do y'all deliver chicken breast to?
This one is for Trader Joe's.
Is that a grocery store?
Yeah, it's a grocery store. It's a grocery chain. They compete
Oh, I gotta
with
come.
Aldi's. It's funny because they're brothers. The owner of Aldi and the owner of Trader Joe are brothers. Uh,
Oh,
the one that owns Trader Joe's
okay.
used to work with his brother in Aldi's, but they wound up branching off.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't know if you heard of Aldi's. They always put one up near a Walmart for some reason.
We ain't got now where we at.
What y'all got where you're at? Y'all got
We got a
Kroger's?
Walmart. We got Walmart. We got Super Value. We got Vowels. We got
Oh, y'all got
the
Super Valley? Wow, they're still around?
yeah, Super Value. Okay, it used to be Piggly Wiggly, but they changed it to Super Value.
What happened to Piggly Wiggly?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. They moved it from 10 minutes where I used to stay at and moved one in Louisville, Mississippi. And they got one in Mississippi. I don't know why they changed it, but they don't have it no more.
They're making
But
changes.
they got a they got a Super Value. They got a Vowels. They got a what else they got? There's a lot of good stores that they have.
You know what I'm saying?
Spain. It's this grocery store called Spain. That's in
Yep.
Grenada. But that store gives me anxiety because so many peoples be up in there and it be crowded and it gives me bad anxiety because the meat cheaper, everything cheaper in there. It gives me so much anxiety. And they used to have one called Save a Lot or Save a Lot or something like that, grocery store. But they went out of business because they started overcharging. And they shouldn't be doing that. I don't understand it, but you know.
They did all that.
They did all that. And don't get me wrong, I love going to the grocery store. I used to love going to the grocery store. But when I get grocery for myself, I got like one point of time, I went to the grocery store. I think it was like 2 years ago. I went to the grocery store. I made some turkey, I baked some turkey wings with bell peppers and onion, and I made a homemade peach cobbler and some other stuff. So I was getting the stuff, with much stuff in my buggy, and then when I got to the register, I didn't have much in my buggy, Mr. Burns. That shit came to 60 some dollars. I'm like, for this little amount of stuff in my buggy?
What?
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, you sure that's this right?
What?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. I said, you sure? I'm like, is you sure this right? But you know what? I wasn't mad because that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I wanted some turkey wine. Some because I love cooking. I love cooking. That's something I love to do, and I just got it. But when I go to the grocery store now, I just get what I want. What I want to eat. If I want me a grilled chicken salad, I'm gonna get me the stuff to make my own grilled chicken salad. Cause I'd rather have make my stuff from scratch than to just buy it like that.
Some straight up wang.
Yeah,
Straight up.
for real.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up wang.
Yes, indeed. Ooh,
Look here. Straight up wang.
straight up wings.
Wang.
Yeah, I said wings. A lot of people say no, it's turkey wings. No, it's turkey wings. I'm from the country. Wings.
Yeah, you can say it however the hell you want.
You say
So long as I
wings is
understand as long as I understand what you're saying, I'm gonna tell you something right now though. Straight up. I was in Georgia. And this man came into the bathroom with the most powerful southern drawl. The most powerful. I didn't understand a damn thing he was saying. He had a whole conversation. I didn't understand a damn thing he said. He came in that bathroom, started talking out there, then ran right down there, heard house. Like, what?
Yeah, I meant to tell you, them Atlantas, they can talk now. They can talk that language like you can't understand them, even though I ain't never been to Atlanta. Oh, I meant to tell you about that.
Man, this
But
was
do they
down.
be
Oh,
talking? Do they be talking fast?
it was in Georgia, right? It was in Georgia off of I-16. So I was coming up from Savannah. I was coming up from Savannah on my way to Atlanta, and I was still on I-16. I pulled up into this little truck stop, and I went to go pee, and this gentleman came in. I guess he was on the phone, and that southern drawl, man. I'm telling you, man, I couldn't understand anything he was saying. I stopped peeing, and I turned around and looked at him. I just gave him that look, like, huh?
Look, but you know what?
I'm curious, but I'm
Some
curious about that southern drawl, though. I'm curious about it because
like
what is there a part of England that that was brought over to the south?
actually, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I really don't know, but I can tell you is that I'm country and I'm from the south. So, like, if I had that little country, a lot of people have told me in my YouTube videos, they're like, "Oh my goodness, I can listen to you talk all day. I just love your accent. I just love that little twang that you
Listen,
got in
a
your
lot of people from the north find the way the southerners talk very sexy, very sexy.
thing." Somebody told me and said, "Oh, I can listen to you talk all day." Oh my goodness, that little twang you got in your little accent. I like, yeah, I'm from the country. I'm from the south. So when I say chicken wings, that's what I mean. Chicken wings. When I say close that door, get up off that floor. Listen, I could. A lot of people like you should talk proper. I'm not
Proper.
talking. Yeah,
Nah,
that one.
man.
So you should talk proper.
People
I
want
ain't
that
talking proper.
twang. People want
Yeah,
that twang.
I'm not talking proper. I am talking.
Nah, man. Give them that
I'm
twang.
talking the way I've been
Give it to them. Give them the twang.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna give him that twang talk.
Hell yeah.
And you, let me
Ain't
tell
no
you, and
shame.
I'm gonna
Ain't
tell
no
you
shame in the
something else.
twang. I'm gonna tell you right now. Ain't no shame in the twang.
No, no shame at all. But
You
I'm gonna
know how
tell you, I'm
many?
gonna
You
say,
know how many people? You know how many people up north make an outstanding effort to speak like that? You have any
they,
idea?
they be trying so hard to.
Yeah, they try very hard, man. They want the twang. They like that twang. Give them that twang, D.
That's how, like, that's the way I talk. Like I know in my videos, I know it may sound like I be sounding kind of, but that's how I talk though.
Miss Queen got that twang too. She be coming through with the twang.
And and I'm gonna tell you, as a person from the South, you might not believe this. I'm so country that I can smell when it's gonna rain. I can
What?
smell,
Yo, that's
yeah,
country.
I can smell when it's gonna rain. Like I can tell when it's gonna rain by the smell.
Look, even the sip. They tell him he's got. I don't know if they tell him, but he says he's got to talk proper at work. At
He
work,
said he got
he's
to
got to
talk
talk
proper at
proper.
work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
work.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Why?
that's
Where's the sip
understandable. I
from?
had to do this.
Where's the sip from?
Where's the um?
What state? What
He's
state?
from where he's from where I am, Mississippi. We both
Oh,
from
okay.
Mississippi.
Also, the sip got the twang.
Yeah,
He be giving
and
him the twang.
like he say, and I agree with him. Like you have to talk pro. Yeah, you have to talk proper at work. But let me tell you this. I'm gonna say one more thing. I'm gonna say one more thing. But
Say it.
when I used to
Twang
work
it.
at the grocery store, I ain't
Yep.
gonna tell you no lie. I used to fake it till I make it.
What? How that
them
easy?
damn people got on my nerve. They got on my nerve. They used to be like, you gotta talk to. I feel like when I was at work, I like, Lord, this me, no tea, no shade. I'm be like, oh Lord, I ain't at the house now. I ain't at the house, so I gotta talk like a person.
From the
I am.
north, from the
So I have to talk
north,
proper.
like a northerner.
Yeah, and I hated it. I hated it. And I used to be like, hey, hello, sir, hello, ma'am, how you doing? And someone wouldn't even speak. I'm like, okay.
Hmm.
I have to fake
There
it
was
till I
this
make it
one.
because I
There,
did
there
not.
was this one driver. There was this one driver. The check this out. He was from. Where was he from? Was he from Mississippi? I think so. Yeah, he was from Mississippi. Man, uh, the way he used to tell stories with that twang, Lord have mercy, he used to have me laughing. Oh, 1 second. I'll be right back. Take over, D.
Okay. Um, yeah, y'all. I guess I try to be on here to well, 2 o'clock. Cause my phone about to go dead. But yeah, I'm from Mississippi, y'all. I got that twang. I'm from the country. I'm from the South. But when I used to work at the grocery store, I had to talk a certain way,
I'm
talk
sorry.
proper and
One
stuff.
second. Hey, D, take over the show for a hot minute. I gotta go get the paperwork and keep giving him that twang. Don't stop giving him the twang now.
Okay,
Give him the twang.
okay, yeah. So yeah, when I used to work at the grocery store, and I had to talk a proper way, a certain way to the customers. I had to fake it till I make it. And I know certain days I did not want to be there. Half of the time, the customers did not want to speak when we had to speak first. So, it was quite difficult. I miss working at the grocery store. I miss working at Food Giant. But some of my coworkers are not there anymore since I left. And two of them has passed away. Did did he did his thing freeze? Is you did his thing freeze? I thought he left the truck. I think his camera. Did you leave already? Hold on. Oh no, he didn't. No, he didn't with the dog at the pug or fug or whatever he said. Oh Lord, but it's hot. I'm gonna charge my phone out the while. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, y'all. What happened to my What happened to my screen? Can y'all still see me? what happened to my screen. I don't know what happened to my screen, y'all. Something happened to my screen. I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened to my screen. Oh, it's a real wall spot here. I'm about to go in the house. But I hope y'all are having a good day. Cause I am. The sun's shining. I think I need a nap. But if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, DeAndre Dobbs the show. Or DeAndre Dobbs. I will be doing some content later today. I don't know when, but I will today. Probably do some on Shannon Sharpie. Cause T has really been piping high on his behalf. And it's not looking too good from what I've watched. And it said that it is an audio out of him and the woman that is accused him of these allegations. I don't know, is it Al AI what, but child, who is hot? I'm about to go in here for a little bit. It's hot. I'm gonna go back in this house. Hold
Did
on, y'all.
not blow your mind this time. Uh-oh.
What happened to my
Look out.
screen?
What?
Something happened to my screen.
Something happening on your screen? Nothing happening on your screen. I can see you just fine.
Now talk about on this other side.
On the side of what?
No, it's on this like I be on the other screen like I'm about closed in. I can't explain it.
On the
I
side
don't,
of what?
I don't know. I can't explain it, but I'm still on the. I'm on the other side though. I'm on this bottom part. So
Yeah, you're on this side. Right here.
yeah,
Did not blow your mind this time. Did not.
I be hearing you be listening to that old. I see you down with the culture because you be listening to all
Yeah.
that good.
The real culture.
I say that season side be kicking in,
That's what I grew up on. That's what I grew up with.
and that
I grew up
and
with
that
that
is your
stuff.
community, and that is your community as well.
100%. 100%.
100%.
See, I know that some of the peoples from the same island, they be in denial. They be denying stuff. I don't deny it.
Yeah, and it no tea, no shade. And I've been looking up and I've been watching these type of videos, and somebody said this. Somebody say a lot of men and women from the DR. I'm
Spanish
just gonna say
speaking, yeah. DR, Puerto
DR.
Rico, Cuba, yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's a lot of people that's part of the DR. You know what I mean when I say DR.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people that's from the DR, from
They
Cuba
like to
and all
say,
that.
I'm not this, I'm Dominican. Whatever. Get out of here
Whatever
with that.
you, I look. I This how I be like. I be like, hey, skin is darker like mine, and if your hair to me, Oh, honey, you got African ancestry in you. Cause I look it
Well,
up.
if we're talking
Every
about the
every
United
single
States, don't forget all you need is one drop of blood. That's all you need.
exactly. And a lot of Puerto Ricans
So
don't
cut it
know
out.
that and a lot of Puerto Ricans don't know is that they part African too. And got
Of course
black
they
in them
are.
as well.
Of course. The city that I was born in got, well, Roberto Clemente is from the city that I was born in.
He was the famous
Baseball player.
baseball player.
Yeah.
We read we read a story about him in school when I was in fifth grade.
And if you don't see his name and all you see is his picture, where are you gonna think he's from?
He's from the Dominican Republic.
He's from Puerto Rico.
Oh well, oops. I was
No,
close.
no, it's the same thing, but it's the same situation. If you didn't see his name and all you saw was his picture, where would you think that he was from someplace other than the United States?
That's true because he's yeah. So we read his story. He was very dark skinned.
Yeah,
And it's a lot of and I watched somebody else on YouTube. This person, he's from Puerto Rico. And what I loved about the video, he acknowledged like, being a black man and being Puerto Rican is like well basically he says being a black man, even though he acknowledged that he's from Puerto Rico, like he's Puerto Rican, but every time he was on the video, he said being a black man, this and that in a good way. Like at least he is acknowledging that he is a black man and not, putting it down as a bad thing, which a lot of peoples like to forget their ancestry and the
yeah, man.
history behind. Ooh, oh Lord, I shouldn't say it.
What
Oh,
happened?
there you go. There,
Lord have
I don't
mercy.
know about soon like I about to say ancestry, and it's like my
All right,
phone
Obama.
almost fell. I can.
All right, Obama. Kim had to leave.
See you later, all bomb. Thank you for coming by. It was nice seeing you. Uh, I think when it get 2 o'clock, Mr. Burns, I think I head out because I'm gonna have to put
No, you
this
know what?
phone
I'm
on
gonna have to. I'm gonna
charge.
have to. I'm gonna have to call it a session right now because I have to
Okay,
go.
cause my phone about to go.
You,
It
you
go
believe
go
this?
down.
You believe this? They charged me $970 for 2 pallets. 2 pallets.
You got to pay that out your pocket.
No. If I had my if I still had my if I still had my what do you call it? My authority, yeah, it would have been out of my pocket.
Ooh Lord.
But you know what? Let's call it a day because I gotta move.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting me come in.
Thank you for taking over when I needed you. When I needed you the most, D,
Anytime,
you was there.
anytime, and it was a joy.
You was there for me.
100, 100. Well, I'll see you
Lord
next time.
have mercy.
Well, I'll see you next time or whenever.
Yeah, yeah. Or even in your live. I'll see you then.
Okay, thank you. I see you.
Stay fresh. Keep it moist and profitable. See y'all
Thank you. You
later.
do the same.